All right. We start off with the Nine of Cups. We do have the Page of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I do see many of you really choosing for your own inner peace. I feel like there is even like a slight percentage of you that is just like, you know what, I don't know how good it is to say this, but you don't want to be the bigger person right now. Like the Page of Cups is in a reverse saying like, you know what, I need to maintain my own inner garden. I need to maintain my own inner peace. I'm not going to be chasing people for approval. I'm not going to chase anyone for, you know, let's make this up or let's heal this or let's do this. No, you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to go inward emotionally and just focus on my own happiness, my own fulfillment. And that means that, you know, some people may perceive you as someone that is not emotionally open towards them or not apologetic. Okay, I'm feeling like you are not very apologetic around this time. And with the Death card here especially, you may be feeling the need to really cut ties with certain people, certain toxic environments, certain energies that do just not give you an inner peace. That's it. You know, it's very simple. You're just maintaining your own inner peace. Okay, we do have the Seven of Pentacles for you. So I feel like you are putting more focus on your own results, putting more energy and hard work towards your own things that you need to plan in your life. You're not truly chasing, okay? I'm getting like an energy of like not truly chasing, working hard towards your own goals, towards your own fulfillment, and definitely not here to, you know, give people an ego boost. Because you feel like some people are being arrogant or they want some attention, they seek some sort of attention, and you're just like, you know what, no. I have lost a lot of momentum. I feel like some of you may have lost a lot of momentum because you were accompanying other people, because you were constantly trying to, you know, be there and focus on their profits or whatever it is. And now you feel like, no, I will not failure anymore in my own life. This is a very huge realization where you're like, why would you be around people that are committed to misunderstand you? And because of that, you have a lack of achievements, or your process is like being hindered because you constantly need to accompany or give some emotional nurture to other people. So around this time, I see you really looking back to the things like your projects and what you needed to do in your own life, and you're questioning yourself like, okay, was this worth the investment? Like, were these people that were emotionally very inconsistent, immature, childish, worth the investment of losing your own confidence and achievements? The Six of Wands in the reverse absolutely is indicating that. Okay, you feel like some things have not given you any reward, so you're kind of like changing your perspective. What is going to happen next for you? Ooh, the Hierophant, look at that. You're spiritually growing. You have a spiritual breakthrough that's coming through, but also a new commitment, right? This is also spiritual wisdom. Your belief in yourself is absolutely growing. And you want to do things your own way, okay? Like the Hierophant for me is always like my way or the highway. It's a more traditional outlook maybe. It is a more, you know, like you will look at certain situations and people and be like, okay, this does not align with my beliefs, right? Like, or this is not the way that I see it, which is usually causing also a lot of tension. But I feel like you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, what like with that Hierophant coming through. And the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're absolutely blocking out certain people. You're not even open for discussion. You're just like, this is how it is. This is how I am. This is the way that I'm going to communicate. Or, you know, you're not allowing people to confuse you. Okay, the Two of Swords is that type of energy. That doesn't mean that it took you a long time to make this decision. You may have been in this, like limbo, so back and forth of like, okay, is this right or is this wrong? But now you're coming to the realization that this is not giving you any peace. Yeah, look at that. The moment that you kind of like make a decision in your head about it, you are going to be attracting a lot of positivity. A lot of things, a lot of new doors are opening for you. You're regaining your energy, you're regaining your positivity, your confidence, okay? You have a very bright energy around you as well, or this will absolutely start to improve. And I see for a lot of you, you are going to go towards your manifestation. Okay, like you are going towards a new goal in your life, a new manifestation. And this requires you to really be patient. You're stepping into a new world of material world, and this is going to bring you a lot of new financial incomes. Okay, for some of you, you might be starting off like a new project or a side hustle. This is something that is still in a baby step, so you're still learning in the learning phase, or spirit is actually advising you to put more focus on the material harvest. And as you grow that, things will actually start to grow with you when it comes to people, energies, high vibrations. And absolutely, I'm seeing a lot of you going through a huge portal of manifestation. Okay, like, and it happens after you kind of like realize that you've been putting in a lot of effort and patience and waiting for something that never really gave you the success. And it could have to do with people. I'm not really getting the vibe that this is about you, and that you may have failed in life, obviously, but it feels like this has also to do with like emotionally very immature and manipulative people that cause you to have these failures, that cause you to have this lack of direction, focus, input, planning. You were not really busy with your harvest and with your own profits because of these Page of Cups. Emotionally unavailable or emotionally very insecure and immature type of energy around you. Could be a younger water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. Does not have to be. Could also be like a younger person overall with, yeah, that has like some inner child issues. Yeah, like you have your discernment. This is being very discerning when it comes to who you allow into your life, because some people can drag you into a very, a path of failure. Okay, like that's what I get here. It is just like that. Okay, you got the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck. So that means that in your new phase, when you go into this portal, you really have to have clear boundaries with people. Okay, like if someone is constantly like crying about something that you said and did, and like you constantly need to kind of like maintain their emotional state to make them feel good, that's only going to be hindering your progress towards success. And yes, I am going to say it very loudly here, but the Six of Wands in the reverse does indicate that something or someone did allow you to like fail in something or some areas of your life. And this is the moment where you're kind of like switching the narrative. The Hierophant is here saying like, you know better. Okay, like you know better. You have a lot of spiritual wisdom. And this makes me feel also like, for example, I'm just going to give you like an example from my end. I also felt like I was, surrounded by people that absolutely did not believe or even were like looking down at spirituality or what I do, until I noticed like, okay, but if you don't respect what I do, which is who I am, then why are you even a friend of mine, right? Like what makes you be around a person that has an identity of spirituality? This is who I am, right? So disrespecting me is actually it's a disgrace for me, because if you like, I'm not at all a person that would just like force or push any of my religious beliefs onto other people. But if someone is like very much against it or making fun out of it, then it's more like, okay, like that's like disrespect. Okay, like that's also to me like not respectful to be around people that don't even support, but they're actually putting you down and making you actually go towards failure. And that's something that is just like, okay, but what am I investing in? Like, let alone having people that should actually support you, that are actually around you to support you. I had to only get the support from my own tribe and my viewers. And it's like, okay, but then, I'm going to go my path. This is my way or the highway. And again, like I said, people don't need to be converting into what you do or what you believe. Like, the last thing that I would do is kind of like push myself onto like, look at, like, watch my videos or do this or do that. I will never do that. But if I see or sense a disrespect towards me and what I do, or you're laughing at it, then I'm like, okay, but aren't you supposed to be a friend, or are you a foe? Are you a hater or are you a fan, right? So these are like the little examples that actually also brought me to a state of like, why am I even like accompanying these type of energies? Because it's only bringing my energy down, and it's not giving me anything to to be creatively open. And that's where the Page of Cups is actually going downwards. It's like your creative side is being bogged down by shadows and like dark entities that are trying to shadow what you do, what you believe. While this is like something that I am, like I am the Illest illuminator. So it's like, if you don't believe that, but I do what I say and I am talking the way that I think, then it's weird for you to be my friend if you're not with me, if you're not supporting what I do. Well, what I do is exactly who I am. You see that doesn't match at all, because I'm not like having a script on me. I'm just doing things just like that, like this is just me talking to my audience, and that's my work. So if you don't support my work while it is me talking, it doesn't make sense. Right, that's a little bit of a ramble, but it does, it does show you, yeah, like these type of energies will only bring you to like failure. Here, the Five of Pentacles, financial losses, lack of mindset, and isolation. Yeah, you feel isolated for who you are. You feel a lack of mindset, because if people constantly are pushing this down, right, it will have a spiritual poverty on you. So be mindful of the type of people that you surround yourself with. Make those people be successful. Okay, like you need to be surrounding yourself with people that have the same value, same work ethic, okay, same, shared goals, right? You know what they say, like you are the people that you are surrounding yourself with. And if you're the only one that has goals and determination, and those people are just like mocking you for what you do, pull it off better than me and let's see your life. And it's never like that. Like, trust me, it is never like that. But in order to get to that point, you need to get emotionally detached from yourself and then just look at it like, okay, but do you work as hard as I do? No, then why are you trying to mock me for working hard on my goals? Anyway, I don't want this to be about me, obviously, but so now and then I do want to share a little bit of a storyline, which I am allowed because this is my channel. So yeah, judgment. This is the judgment day. So that means that you're making a final decision. And yes, people have been trying to steal your energy, steal your image, steal your foundation, whatever it is. These are people that have been very sneaky behind your back. You see that? And this is your final judgment to see them for who they are. If people show you who they are, believe them. If people show you who they are, believe them. I want you to write it down so the universe hears you, because it will show the universe that you are capable of seeing people and how they behave, and that you make decisive decision, not decisive, but like actionable decision out of discipline for self-respect, self-value, clarity, okay? And integrity. This is a very, yeah, it's a very strong message about integrity. So guys, let me know, put down in the comments below how you feel about it, and tell me your side of the story, because I did now mine. I shared my personal energy on this. So I will like to invite you to do the same. And yeah, let me know. Take care. Ciao.